this is Dave with NTI, and this is a follow-up video to the ignition failure 109 that we did just recently. If you've got a boiler that is lighting, so you get a flame in the chamber for only 2 or 3 seconds, but the boiler just will not stay lit, and you'll either get an ignition failure error code like a 109, you may get error codes indicating flame lost during run, flame too low, anything along those lines. What that indicates is the boiler is actually physically getting the burner to light. It just can't keep it lit for some reason. And the primary reason for that is the boiler can't see the flame. The way it sees the flame is through your flame probe. So the first thing we're going to want to do is pull the flame probe out and just give it an inspection, make sure it's in good condition. So once you get your flame rod out, you're looking for any signs of cracking or damage to the ceramic here. You want to look at this little hockey stick shape on the TFT boilers at least and make sure that it's nice and straight. Generally speaking, I don't worry too much about the discoloration of the rod. I've seen rods that look perfect like this that don't work, and I've seen ones that are really crusty and dirty that actually work very, very well. If you're at all concerned, your best bet is just to replace this and put a new one in. They are wearable items, and over the course of several years, it is just going to wear out. Another thing to inspect, and this is going to vary a little bit based on the model. So once you've removed your igniter, have a look at the cable here. Some of these cables, especially if they have this silicone tubing on them, are going to have resistors built in. They're there to actually reduce the flame signal or make it a bit weaker, and that has to do with the flame safety on the boiler. I have seen rare cases where as these age, they just don't make a great contact. So you're going to measure for resistance from this part of the harness through to the tip here. And the resistance range you're looking for is somewhere in the mega ohm range. So that's going to be, could be 500,000 ohms. It could be as high as 2 million ohms. It depends on the boiler that you're working with. Some of them may actually read 0 ohms because this is just a straight cable. If you're not sure, you can go to the NTI parts finder and look up the cable for your boiler and see if it has resistors or not. The electrical diagram for the boiler also indicates which ones have resistors. You can test your flame rod from tip to tip. This should have effectively 0 to 1 ohms of resistance or very little resistance. You do get some corrosion on here, so it's important that you give it a little scratch or something just to make sure your meter makes a good contact on both sides. And again, you should have continuity through the rod. If you've already replaced the rod and or it's a new flame rod and you're sure that it's working well, the next thing to look at is your combustion numbers. Now, you can add more gas. So what that means is you're going to back out the input screw on this particular boiler. So you're going to go counterclockwise to add more fuel. If your problem goes away when you've added more fuel, you'll want to set your combustion using your analyzer. Always remove the air intake. If your boiler has a clogged air intake, or if this venturi is badly damaged, it may get enough gas to light but not enough to stay running. And ensuring that this is in good condition, that the air intake is clear, is crucial to making a good flame. If you don't have a good flame, you're going to have a bad flame signal and the boiler will shut down. If you've checked all of that and made sure that you've got good airflow, you've added gas, you can go maybe 2 or 3 turns on this and just see if it makes any difference. If none of that helps, the next thing is going to be to actually open up the combustion chamber, inspect the inside of the burner and the combustion chamber. And you're inspecting inside the burner because any dust and debris and mosquitoes that get sucked in over the years are going to get caught in that burner. They can clog it up from the inside. And of course, the combustion chamber will get dirty over the years, restricting airflow and gas flow through the boiler, and also limiting the ability of the boiler to run. We'll have a separate video on cleaning the TFT boiler. You can view that video on our channel under TFT. And as always, if you have any questions, give us a call at tech support 800-688-2575. Thanks for watching the video today. If you'd like to check out more videos, see the link below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for all the future updates. And also check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.